point is it's going to be 3x current, and I think that 3x number is probably happens around 2045-ish. So this is the thing about exponential growth is it really is counterintuitive, and will, actually exponentials tend to be kind of sort of underestimated. Just
There's a long tradition of that. It's cell phones, other technologies that humans have not been able to see escalating. This brings up a different question area around some of the other places where electrification is going to play a role. So we spent a long time talking about cars, but building electrification may be another important tool to help reduce emissions over time. Again, California, different from other states, but we think that we're going to see something like 30% of all buildings needing heat pumps to get to the 2030 targets that the state has, 90% by 2045. So you put all these things together, technologies enabling some different relationships with the customer. How much focus are you putting on the building side of electrification right now? And is that a place where you think Tesla might go?
Well, I mean, we have the Powerwall, but that's somewhat more of a
supports it.
Yeah, that's like for homes and small businesses. It's Powerwall. We would certainly appreciate support from utilities with bringing Powerwalls online. And one of the selling points of a Powerwall is to give the homes like some amount of protection against brownout, blackout type of thing. But sometimes we do get some pushback from utilities about enabling a sort of cutoff switch, because if you don't cut off power to the grid, if the grid loses power, then it's pointless. So we would appreciate some support in approving and installing the backup switch, which really just enables homeowners to have power if for whatever reason the grid's down for some reason. So that would be most appreciated.
And we'll continue to engage in that. Also, from the utility side, want to make sure we're managing safety, reliability issues, but it's making sure we're understanding the technology and engaging with your team to work through the details.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it can be pretty helpful. And then, like I said, the Powerwalls, operating collectively can help to stabilize the grid in a particular neighborhood. I do think like local power generation, basically rooftop solar, and with an accompanying battery pack is a helpful part of solving the energy problem, because there's a lot of neighborhoods where it's hard to get incremental power to that neighborhood. Like, because you need like more substations, you need more, overhead wires, and then, in a lot of places that can be extremely difficult to achieve, because just from opposition from people not wanting additional electricity wires overhead and not wanting to expand substations. So it's sort of a solution to this is where local solar and local storage helps alleviate some very thorny situations where you just can't. It's extremely difficult to get more power to that neighborhood. So a little bit of local power generation is pretty helpful.
In fact, when we do our analysis for California, we see the state needing to add something like 80 gigawatts of bulk power renewables and 30 gigawatts of bulk power storage. But we're also counting on 30 gigawatts of distributed renewables and 10 gigs of distributed storage. So we see we need all the tools in the toolbox for what's coming ahead.
Exactly.